The Minnesota Vikings have ordered running back Adrian Peterson to stay away from the team while he addresses child abuse charges. The Vikings originally decided Peterson would be able to play while the legal process played out. He's charged with a felony for using a wooden switch to spank his 4-year-old son. Well, joining me to talk further about the Peterson case is MSNBC contributor Goldie Taylor, great to see you, and licensed psychologist Dr. Erik Fisher. Great to have you both here. Let's first talk about the children, okay? We hear Charles Barkley talking about this. Adrian Peterson said his parents did it. Does this type of discipline/abuse severely impact the child?
It does. I think what we have to see is that we learn a language of our culture early in life, and that first language starts in our family and continues from there. I don't see the issues that we have with our kids' behavior these days as due to not enough discipline. I see it due to inconsistencies, lack of structure, extreme discipline, that they don't get the proper message consistently on how to make better choices in their life and for their kids. So often parents do the same as or opposite of what was done to them. And while Adrian Peterson might have felt he did what he did because he loved his child, there are many, many other options that he had in other ways to pursue what he felt was in his son's and children's best interest rather than resorting what was done to him. Now,
this is going to play out in a courtroom, but it's also playing out on social media and in our society, Goldie, because, you know, even when the pictures came out, people saying, oh, I got much worse from my parents. You know, this is discipline. That's what's wrong with these kids today. You can't do anything. You can't discipline them. Do you think our culture, our society, is still accepting, to a certain extent, this type of discipline?
Well, we absolutely are. The studies are showing more and more that people are split on the issue. Unfortunately, a lot of this is cultural. It's traditional. African-American families, families from the South, families who are on the other end of the wealth spectrum, tend to believe that corporal punishment, disciplining your child, will keep them from doing all manner of, you know, morally bad things out on the street or wind up in prison. But let me tell you that our penal system is filled with people who were subjected to corporal punishment as children. It is absolutely not a deterrent. And as I think the psychologist will tell you, that it delays the formation of your proper moral judgment. It teaches you to be deceptive. It teaches you to be manipulative. It teaches you to hide your wrongdoings, and it teaches you shame. And so I think that, you know, while we are still dealing with the court of public opinion, Adrian Peterson has some work to do in and of himself, and it sounds like, at least from his statements, that he's getting that.
He's going to try to do that.
He's going to try to do that work.
Can a parent and a child, say you were doing that, can you turn it around? Can you change that relationship and that dynamic without, you know, and discipline your child without the punishment?
Absolutely. That's my job. I have so many parents who come into me who have used physical disciplining methods that didn't work, and that's why they come for help, and their whole relationships turn around. When you reestablish trust in a relationship, it opens doors. Most of the time, by the time I see kids in my office and families in my office, the parents are pointing the kid and saying they're the problem. When they leave the first session, the parents are going, oh, I'm really the problem. I need to look at changing. And when trust is reestablished, opportunities happen, lives change, and there's whole new reborn relationships in those situations.
All right, Dr. Fisher, Goldie Taylor, appreciate it. Thanks so much. Now, the Players Association has filed an appeal in